All right, so today I want to show you how to load built-in data sets using the Seaborn package. This is another Python Colab tutorial. So we're writing in Python here. I have Google Colab opened up. And the first thing I want to say is just, what are Seaborn data sets? What are we talking about here? So Seaborn is a popular visualization library used in data science, data analytics, business analytics, things like that. The nice thing about Seaborn, aside from the fact that you can use it to make advanced visualization statistics related to that, is it comes with some ready-to-use data sets, which saves you the trouble of having to go to Kaggle and download some, or go to some government website or a CDC or something like that and download these. You can just use the ones that are built in. It's so easy. It's a really nice way whenever you're getting started with data science to just get some data too that's already like ready to be worked with. Okay, it just makes your life so much easier. So the first thing you'll have to do is, if you don't have Google Colab, if you're using Jupyter or something else, you'll have to do the pip install Seaborn and make sure you have Seaborn. Colab already has it here, so you don't have to. But just remember to do that if you don't have Seaborn yet, or if you've never used it before. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to import our Seaborn library. So we just do import Seaborn as SNS. SNS is kind of the common shorthand for Seaborn, so instead of typing it out every time, you can just type out SNS instead. So the first question we're going to answer is, how do I know what data sets there are? Okay, so great, there's data sets. How many are there? What are there? So if you want to see the list of available, you just do a print statement, and then the parentheses, but SNS, which is your Seaborn library, dot get underscore dataset underscore names with a pair of parentheses there. Okay, and what this is going to do is this is just going to go into that library and just give you a list of all the ones that are available. So whenever you run that, you see that there's anagrams, there's one on brain network, there's one with diamond data if that interests you, there's a Dow Jones finance one, there's a flights one, there is common ones in machine learning, the iris one, MPG of different cars, penguins, which is my personal favorite. And then, of course, there's your classic Titanic data set there as well. Again, there's a bunch of others that I didn't read. You can go through and see which ones interest you. You can take a look at them and pick which one you might want to use. So once you see this and you think, okay, I want to take a look at one of them, or I want to use one of them. Okay, so let's say you want to use this penguins data set because penguins are awesome. How do I load that single data set in? Okay, so whenever you want to pick one particular data set to load in, we'll call it our new data frame penguins. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're just going to load that in. It's just SNS, which is your Seaborn library, okay, dot load dataset, and then it has a pair of parentheses afterwards, and inside there, in quotes, you just put the name of whichever one of these data sets you want to use. So if you wanted to use the fMRI one, there you go. If you wanted to use the glue one, there you go. For us, we're going to use the penguins one, so I just typed in penguins. And you can go ahead and run that. And then you can just, type out the name of your data set to see it. And here is our penguins data set. Okay, so you can see there are columns for species, what island they're on, or from, the bill length, bill depth, flipper length, body mass in grams, and then the sex of the penguin. And you can see here, there are 344 rows of data, and just like that, it took minimal code, a few minutes, boom, you've already got some data here to work with, which is really nice. It's not perfect data. There are some missing values, as you can see. There's a lot of data here. There's 300 and some rows. It's not thousands though, so it's a little bit more easy to manage. And if you're looking for something more along the lines of like finance data to practice with, or maybe demographic data or different things like that, you can look into some of these other ones to see if there's something there that might fit what you're looking for. I think the penguins data set's nice though, because it gives you some text data here, about the species, the island, the sex, things like that. And it also gives you some numerical data to play with as well. So whenever you're learning data science, or you're just practicing your methods with some basic data before you do it for your job or whatever, it's nice to be able to just kind of test it around on here. And then remember, if you just want to see like the first 5 real nice and neat, you can do our head statement, penguins.head. And then again, it kind of just shows you the first 5 here. Okay, so it shows you that it's, Adelie penguins. And then as you go down through, I'm sure you'll see the whole bunch of other different species. And then it has a different data on each of those penguins. So if that helped, again, it's a quick and easy way to get some data and start working in data science here. Should take like a couple minutes, and you've already got some data that you can choose from these Seaborn data sets. Again, Seaborn library that you're probably going to use at some point anyway, so you might as well try it out if you haven't yet. And just, again, really easy way to get some data sets here and just start working. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.